Hey, YouTube, what's up? It's your boy. It's your boy Singz, and I'm doing this video because I recently was thinking about, what to post. But I was like, listen, I had this remarkable story. In case you all did not know, I'll put the link in the bio. I just did an interview with Shout Out Arizona. Shout Out Arizona reached out to me. So we did a little, they wanted to do a story about, from a couple of years ago, starting my music career to where I'm doing now, finishing my, third album. And so I did that with Shout Out Arizona. So I'll put the link that you can directly go to it within this YouTube bio. I think it'll be down there. I'm gonna put it in there so you guys can check it out. It's a great story. At least I think it's a great story. You know what I mean? But yeah. So now this is what recently happened to me about a couple of days ago. I was out near the beach area and I came up. There was this lady. She's a mother. I would say she was probably like around the age of 50, early 50s. From just her history and just, what she was telling me about herself. And the length of her, being married and she was not too long ago recently divorced. And she was going through, I basically, able to spend time with, that they're splitting the time between her husband, her ex-husband and herself, between her kids. And so she wanted to spend time with her daughter. So she was out on vacation, and this is her telling me her story. She was like, I paid for the vacation, and I paid for my daughter to come, and my daughter said, in the week of me being able to spend time with her, her daughter had said, well, can I bring my boyfriend? And then she was like, well, she knew that her daughter wouldn't come unless she brought a boyfriend. But here's the thing. She said, I let her do it. She said, and the whole trip, it's just been her boyfriend and her daughter. And I didn't, in a way, I kind of laughed because of the way that she told me the story, But she was like, yeah, she said, the time period that had been spent was just with her daughter and the daughter's boyfriend, and not with her. And from that, she began to, I could tell that she was really serious, and this was something that was really troubling her. And you know what I told her? I said, look, I said, life is too short. And I had told her of somebody who I knew in the entertainment industry. I'm not gonna mention his name, but he's a comedian. And his career is telling jokes, making people laugh, brightening people's day. But he just recently lost not too long ago, his son. And the reality of probably all the things that he's still going through and having to make people laugh in the midst of losing someone who come from him and his close to his heart, the challenge and the difficulty of being able to have to wake up every day and that still be within his heart and in his mind, and what he would do to literally give his son back, to be able to have maybe just one more jog or one more ride in the car or one more shout out, seeing his son play basketball or seeing his son play sports or seeing his son just go for a jog with him. What he would do for just that moment. And I told her, I said, listen, I said, a lot of times in things in life, we look at the small pictures. We look at what's happening now, but we don't look at the bigger picture. And the bigger picture was the fact that I told her, I said, she's still alive. She's still here. It might not be the time that you want to spend with her, and she might be 20 and she's concerned about her and her agenda, but she's still alive and she's still here. And that is not to be taken for granted. As a matter of fact, that is to be cherished and to be grateful for. And she began to break down in tears. She began to, I could see she began to cry. And she looked at me straight in the eyes and she said, you know what? She said, I never looked at it that way. And I want to do this video because I wanted to speak to somebody who have lost. You've lost someone close to, or it feels like you haven't lost them in a physical sense, but it feels like you lost them of being able to talk to them when you want to talk to them or connect to them when you want to. Let me tell you something. The fact, the grateful thing that you could be grateful for is that you're still alive, you're still breathing, and they're still alive and they're still breathing. And the reality is that if you just keep on living and make an effort to, as much as you can, tell them, hey, how you doing? I'm thinking of you. Call them on the phone. As much as you can, reach out to them, send them a message, send them something. That in and of itself is a way of connecting to them. It is a way of you being able to reach to them, maybe not in the communication that you thought you were, maybe not in the communication, maybe not in the way of actually physically being present with them, but the fact that you do have that communication, that is a blessing, and that is something not to be taken for granted for. Look, man, y'all know something? I was gonna do a whole different video, but I said I need to post this video. I need to post this video on my YouTube. I said I think I need to post it also on my Patreon. Patreon, y'all let me know if I should post on my Patreon. But most of you all that follow me here, you do, connect with me on other platforms to let you know that all is not lost. They're still here. They're still alive. You still can contact them. You still can send them a meme and be like, hey, how you doing? Y'all can laugh at each other. You know what I'm saying? You still have some form of communication. That is not to be taken for granted. And for those of you who actually don't even have that form of communication, you may be like, the comedian, the dear brother who did lose his son. You may be like him. Let me tell you something. I got something for you too. Hey, I'm not saying that I know what loss is like of someone that you love, but here's what I'm going to say to you. That the reality, that the thing that I love about my personal relationship and having a personal relationship with God is He will send people in your life. I'm not saying they'll fill the place. I'm not saying they can fill that losing spot of your daughter or son or auntie or grandma or mama that you lost. But what I'm telling you is this. They can make it a whole lot easier to deal with and allow the process and the journey a whole lot easier to endure. That's what I got for you guys. You know it's your boy. Listen, I want y'all to know I love you. I'm re-releasing a lot of my older records, so make for sure y'all stream it. Make for sure y'all join the link. Make for sure y'all subscribe. If you're not subscribed, what you doing? What you doing? I want to know what you doing. Subscribe to the link. I love you guys. My touring, I'm actually coming to Argentina, going to Medellin, going to Alabama, going to the East Coast. I'll be touring this summer. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all in person at a live show. Make for sure you don't miss the dates because I want to see you face to face. It's your boy Singz.